Hi, and welcome to a new video with Athena Quant. Today, we're diving into what I think is one of the most predictable, data-driven opportunities in the entire market, trading corporate earnings reports. We're going to show you where a massive, systematic edge is hiding in plain sight, and more importantly, exactly how you can find it.
All right, so here's our game plan. We'll start by uncovering this powerful edge that shows up every earnings season. Then, we're going to decode the market signals, basically learn how to listen to what it's telling us. After that, we'll learn how to spot when the market is wrong, and we'll apply all of it to a real-world example with Apple. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with the key rules you absolutely need to know to avoid those common mistakes and trade like a pro. So why are we so focused on earnings? Simple. Because it's one of the few times where the market has this huge structural inefficiency that you can actually learn to exploit. This isn't about guessing which way a stock will go. It's about systematically decoding the market signals to find a repeatable statistical edge.
Just take a look at this real-world example from Tesla. Now, this wasn't some lucky guess. This was a trade that was built on a really clear statistical mismatch. The market was pricing in a huge 8.5% move, but if you look at the data, historically, it only moves about 6.2%. The options were basically pricing in way more panic than the stock typically delivers. And that gap, that is the opportunity.
And this Tesla example perfectly illustrates the four pillars of our entire strategy. First, we have to calculate the expected move from the options prices themselves. Second, we capitalize on that oh-so-predictable implied volatility crush. Third, we got to read the signals from the big institutional trades. We call that pre-earnings flow. And fourth, and this is crucial, we size every single trade based on data, not on a gut feeling.
Okay, so let's start building our playbook. The first and most important tool is just understanding what the market is telling us. Think about it this way. Every single earnings report has a point spread, just like in a football game, and you can find it printed right there on the options chain if you know where to look.
We call this the expected move. And you can really think of it as the market's collective bet on how much the stock is going to move, either up or down. It's the amount of movement that would justify the current price of the options. This number becomes our baseline for absolutely everything else we do. And you know what? The formula to find this is surprisingly simple. You just take the price of the at-the-money straddle. That's just the call on the put option right at the current stock price, and you multiply it by 0.85. That's it. This simple little calculation gives you a highly accurate estimate of the move the market is bracing for.
Now for the second critical concept. And honestly, this is where a huge portion of the profit in these strategies comes from. This is probably the most reliable phenomenon in all of options trading. We call this beast IV crush. See, before a report, uncertainty is at its absolute peak, and that makes options really expensive. But the second those earnings numbers are out, poof, that uncertainty just vanishes, and the extra premium that was baked into those options, it evaporates almost overnight. It's seriously like the market's predictable collective sigh of relief.
And what's really powerful here is just how predictable this whole life cycle is. I mean, look at the timeline. Implied volatility, it builds methodically into the event, it peaks right on earnings day, and then bam, it gets crushed the very next morning. This isn't just a theory. This cycle is the engine that consistently pays people who sell premium.
Okay, so we have two really powerful concepts now, the expected move and the predictable IV crush. So how do we actually combine them into a winning strategy? Well, the secret is all about finding those moments where the market's fear is completely out of line with historical reality.
The goal here is pretty simple. Find a mismatch. Our number one target is when the market is pricing in way more movement than what typically happens historically. This happens a lot when retail traders pile in, driving up option prices with FOMO. We call that overpriced volatility, and it is the perfect time to be a seller of premium.
We actually quantify this mismatch with a simple metric we call the move ratio. Now, if this ratio is consistently below 1.0, that tells us the options are systematically overpriced, and that means we have a statistical edge selling that premium. And a ratio below 0.80, well, that's a particularly strong signal that we want to pay attention to.
Okay, theory is great, but let's make this really concrete. We're going to walk through a full analysis using a real-world example with one of the most watched stocks on the entire planet, Apple.
This right here is the four-step playbook you can apply to any earnings event. Calculate, compare, determine, and size. It's a simple, but believe me, it is an incredibly powerful framework.
So first, we gather our data.
Right before earnings, Apple's sitting at $185 a share. And the at-the-money straddle for the week of earnings is trading for a combined price of $12. Now for step 1, calculate. We just plugged that $12 straddle price into our simple little formula. The math tells us the market is pricing in a $10.20 move, which is 5.5% of the stock price. I want you to think of that 5.5% as the hurdle the stock has to clear for any options buyers to even start to make a profit.
Next up, step 2, we pull up the historical data. And the key number to look at here is that average ratio at the bottom, 0.77. You see that? This tells us that on average, Apple only moves 77% of what the options market expects it to. The market consistently and predictably overestimates the move.
So since that 0.77 ratio is well below our 0.80 threshold, we've confirmed our statistical edge. Now for the final and maybe the most important step, sizing our position. The principle is simple. We use the expected move itself to help us determine our risk. A bigger expected move means we need a smaller position size. In this case, our rules would cap the position at 25% of our account just to make sure we're never overexposed to a single bad event.
Now listen, this strategy is incredibly powerful, but you must manage your risk. So many traders get excited by the potential here, but then they get burned by really simple, avoidable errors. Let's cover the critical mistakes you need to avoid.
I want you to think of this as your strategy cheat sheet. It connects this signal you're seeing, like overpriced volatility, to the right tool for the job. If we don't have a directional bias, an iron condor profits from the stock just staying within a range. If we have a bullish lean, a put credit spread does the same thing, but gives us that upward exposure. The key here is that we are always using defined risk trades to protect ourselves against a catastrophic surprise.
Okay, here's a question I see all the time. People think a stock is going to go up, so they rush out and buy a call option, or maybe even a straddle, but they're using exactly the wrong tool for the job, and man, is it a costly mistake.
Here's why. When you buy a straddle right into earnings, you're buying at the moment of peak fear, and you're paying a massive premium for all that uncertainty. So even if you're right about the direction, if the stock doesn't move enough to overcome that huge cost, the IV crush will just wipe out your gains. It's a killer. That's why for directional bets, you've got to use spreads to isolate your view without overpaying for all that volatility. So here's the key takeaway I want to leave you with. The market is literally broadcasting its expectations before every single earnings report. It's not a black box. It's telling you exactly what it's afraid of. The only question is, are you equipped to listen and to translate all that noise into a clear, actionable signal?